gonna need some wine for this one. Okay, so episode 4, Are You the One Second Chances? I was fucked over once again. I just thought I would make a video to try to explain how it really went down, because I think they left out a lot of important things, and kind of just say my point of view and how upset what Hayden did made me. If you haven't watched the episode yet, this is a lot of spoilers, so I probably wouldn't keep watching. First things first, they showed me and Adam like making out and me rejecting him. That happened the first day in the house. For them to try to make it seem like it happened after me and Nate and all that stuff is kind of fucked up. Another thing, I just hate how they keep flashing back to the interviews of like my first interview when we first got to Australia with me wearing that red shirt, and they try to make it seem like I'm like obsessed with Hayden. Every time they show that interview with something about Hayden, they kept asking me questions about Hayden my first day here. They showed it to make me look like I was obsessed with him. Like after I made out with Adam, for example, they showed me in that interview saying like, oh, but I still have feelings for Hayden. That had nothing to do with the reason why I didn't want to make out with Adam. The reason I didn't want to make out with Adam is because I just didn't want to make out with Adam. Yeah, I had feelings for Hayden in the beginning, like the first few days. I got over them pretty quickly. Like I just wanted to be his friend. I didn't have any intentions of taking Hayden away from Gianna, and that's fine. So you see me and Hayden talking about how he doesn't really want to be there anymore, and I'm like, what if we get voted in? But you don't see like the reason why we really got voted in. The reason we really got voted in was because of me and Hayden. We made the decision vote that voted us in. Hayden came to me and he told me he really wanted to go home, was homesick and tired and exhausted, and I told him like I really wanted to win. I really needed that money. I told him, you know, how my dad had lost his job like a few months ago and my family was kind of struggling, and my little sister was about to go off to college and we could really use that money, and so I wanted to bring home money to my family. After I told him all those things, he looked at me and he's like, if we go in tomorrow, you take the money because you deserve it. I was like, how do I know you're telling me the truth? He said, it's up to you. We talked a lot more about that. I'm like, okay, Hayden, if you really want to go home, like that's fine. I'll respect that decision as long as you respect me enough to let me steal so I can have the money. And that was our plan. Seasons 1, 2, 3, whatever, we're voting Hayden and I in, and you know, Tori and everybody else on our side was kind of voting Devin and Rashida in. Tori came to me and she's like, we really want you guys to stay at least for one more week, because if you go home, our alliance isn't superior to theirs anymore. I was like, yeah, I get that, but Hayden really wants to go home. Me and Hayden talked about it a lot. Hayden just said he just didn't want to be there anymore, so we voted in for Adam and Shanley, making it an even tie. Whoever loses has to pick who they want out of the two. And of course, since Asaph and Kaylin wanted me and Hayden to go in, they chose us. Asaph and Kaylin was in Devin and Rashida's alliance from the beginning. I was gonna steal. Hayden wanted to go home, and I'm like, there's no way I can win this if he wants to go home. It was clear to him, you know, that I really needed that money. Like the least he could do was do that for me. And he told me he was gonna, you know, press share and that the ball was in my court. I will steal this week and you'll go home like you want. We both get what we want. But then, you know, we go to vote, but we don't just vote there and click the freaking machine in front of each other. No, we go in separate rooms and we have to sign this paperwork on what we want to do. And I was there and I had to make my decision, and I was really thinking about it, and I was like, you know, Hayden has like controlled me in so many ways. He has fucked over so many things for me. He's kind of like fucked it up for me, you know, and I'm not gonna let him fuck this up for me. I want to win this. I came here to win and I want to keep playing. Like I came here to do that, and I'm not gonna let his like homesickness like end that for me. I was like, I'm gonna press share because I think, being stupid me, I thought, oh, I'll share. He thinks I'm gonna steal, he'll share, and you know, we'll go back in the game. Maybe next week I can convince him that, you know, we'll do good and that we can keep playing. But no, he stole from me, and you know, when I found out he stole, I was of course pissed and really sad. I asked him like, why did you tell me you weren't gonna steal? Why did you say I could steal? He's like, I was hoping for a double steal. He said he wanted there to be a double steal because Asaph deserves the money more than I do. Asaph might deserve money too, but like, really, I'm your partner here. Like, I just poured my heart out to you about how my dad lost his job and my little sister is going off to college and could really use money for my family. Like, I want to help my family out, and you know, You're gonna say this guy that you barely know, that you met a few weeks ago, deserves it more than me after everything I've done for you? That's what hurt me the most. And you know, I broke down crying. I know there's gonna be people that support Hayden and Gianna. That's fine, but if anybody thinks what Hayden did to me was right, that will always blow my mind. I don't want to change who I am because I've been fucked over, but it's really hard to remain like who I am and to keep being this good person after all this. Like, it doesn't get me anywhere. It just sucks coming home to my family and having nothing to show for it because somebody was a shitty person and took it all away from me because he wants to buy a boat. I guess, like I said in my other video, maybe his parents didn't teach him how to be a good person. Maybe he just doesn't care what other people think about him, which, like, I don't really care what people think about me either, but it's just like my morals. I just can't be proud of like the money I have if I have to say I stole it from somebody. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna stay true to myself. I'm always gonna see the best in people. I'm proud of myself. Like, I know I have a big heart and I know I'm a good person. I also wanted to take a moment and let you guys know my little sister, she's 18, she's going to college soon, and she got accepted into UC Davis. She's really excited. That's her dream school, but it is super expensive for an out-of-state student like she is because we don't live in California. It'd be 60 grand a year. So my little sister started a GoFundMe to help her raise money, to help her afford to go to UC Davis. I told her that I would spread the word onto my social media. Hopefully, if you guys are able to, if you could donate or spread the word, it would really make her day and mine. If I did win Are You the One, or if Aiden didn't steal from me on second chances, I would have had something to give her, especially since my dad lost his job back in September last year. She wants to be a doctor someday, so I think that's awesome, and I think we should all support her in her dreams. I'll put the link down below. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I just appreciate my fans so much, and your love and support gets me through every day.